So I finally got around to playing Horses, the first-person horror adventure game that was banned by both Steam and the Epic Game Store, as well as the Humble Store. A title that received a lot of attention because of its themes, messages, and ideas in its game. Now, I gotta be honest, I typically don't go out of my way to play games that have received such notoriety, but this game caught my eye. Because when I first saw the trailer for the game, I thought to myself, this doesn't actually seem that bad. Why is it getting banned? Only to find out that one of the reasons why the game might have been banned is because of content that was originally in the pitch for the game that was submitted to Steam. Only to now find out that the content that was submitted to Steam originally during the submission process is no longer in the game entirely. Now, for what it's worth, Horses does deal in some pretty heavy subject matter, with not one but two content warnings before you start the game. And those warnings pretty much cover everything that you can expect before you even hit go. But here's the thing, after playing the game, I don't think it's that controversial. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I don't think this game should have been banned at all. And I think the craziest thing I can say is that I don't think Horses is that great of a game. Yeah, it might be absurdist, shocking, and weird, but it's also just kind of benign in the grand scheme of things. But I think the real reason why Horses was banned from Steam is because of the game's criticism of various people in society. More specifically, people that tend to have hyper-conservative yet hypocritical values. People that say one thing and do another. Especially people who tend to not practice what they preach in their sexual lives. Such as politicians that might have an axe to grind with members of the LGBTQ community only to quickly find themselves on Grindr anyways. Or religious figures that might practice sexual repression only to commit horrible acts in their off time. I think those are the type of people that would be offended by a game like Horses, and I think that's the real reason why the game was banned. The game is available on GOG if you want to try it out. It's like $5 and it took me like 4 hours to play, but ultimately the gameplay is pretty flat and the messaging and story just didn't do a whole lot for me anyways. And ultimately, I feel like Horses is the kind of game that's preaching to the choir in a lot of respects, but I get the feeling like the people that Horses should really be talking to are the same type of people that want to get the game banned in the first place.